you can catch her in any comedy club. Give it up for Sarah Oh!
There's so many of them, oh my god. Hello! I'm the only girl in the lineup, so what's up? We're gonna talk about Pinterest, periods, pap smears. I'm just kidding. I hate when female comedians do that, when they're like, let's just isolate half the audience, let's do it. So now to talk about it, but seriously, what's to do with pap smears? Like, I don't know about you, but my doctor has a picture of an island on the ceiling, so when you lean back, you can feel like you're having a pap smear on an island. I don't know if my doctor's the only one that does that. It's fine. It's Danny's birthday, get it up for Danny. I'm really glad he could take time off from dancing in front of a car dealership to join us. I'm sorry. It's not a roast. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So I had a pretty good year last year. I know 2016 was kind of rough for a lot of people, but I had a pretty awesome year. I just finished a show that you can see on PBS Kids. It's called Splash and Bubbles. Thank you. It's a kid's show. I play a shrimp. It's typecasting. But it's hard because like it was my first real big gig, and anytime like I would go out with Danny or Paul and I would order something like a little bit fancy, they'd be like, wow, you've changed. I just got extra whipped cream on my hot chocolate. I don't understand. It's like, Hollywood, wow, you've changed. So that's what I had to deal with. I just recently realized, I do go to church, I'm Christian, and I do realize that thank you. Only in Santa Clarita, right guys? I'll be booed in LA. Okay, I didn't vote for Trump, so calm down. But you know what I realized though, is like when I try to give advice and use like spirituality, like it sounds really uncomfortable. Unless you do it with a southern accent. So, like when my friends are like, oh, I'm going through a really tough time, and you know, you can't just be like, you know, sometimes the Lord closes one door and opens another door. Now I just sound really condescending. But if you say it with a southern accent, then it becomes a joke. So you're like, you know, sometimes the Lord closes one door and opens another door. And then all of a sudden they take your advice. It's really weird. It's just because Southerners are awesome. Let me see. Has anyone been watching The Bachelor? Anyone watching that? I can't watch that show. All those women fighting over one guy. But my issue with The Bachelor is this. Like, I feel like when they cast them, they're all beautiful. They shouldn't have any issue dating in the real world. Like, they should get a bunch of regular-looking people and have them duke it out, because then that's a show. Or, even better, is if I was like The Bachelorette, and it was like Survivor, everyone had to go through challenges to try to get a relationship with me. Like, you have to go on a snack run when I'm PMSing. Or you have to like get me out of my YouTube spiral when I start watching like those army people come home and surprise their kids. Like school assemblies. Or you have to spend 30 minutes with my mom in a locked room. You know, like little challenges. Like that. My mom hates that I'm single. I'm single. What? Dating apps? I'm on one dating app called Bumble, which by the way is like Tinder, but the girl has to message first, which is not good if you're lazy like me, because they'll be like, oh, all these matches, why isn't anyone messaging me? I'm like, oh my god, right, I have to do all the work. That's not gonna happen. But I think, you know, you've been single for a while when you no longer get a +1 option on wedding invitations. have to make sure to message people on Bumble. But my least favorite part of weddings is when the DJ stops the music and he's like, "You single ladies ready? Single ladies to the dance floor. Thank you." I hate it because I'm usually like on my second piece of cake and I'm like, "Oh no!" And then you always have that one girlfriend that's like, "Sarah, they're calling us. Let's do this." Sarah, you need all the help you can get. Come on, let's do this. So the last wedding I was at was an all Korean wedding, and I know. So I just want to tell you, I'm 5'9", which is terrifying if you're Asian. Like, I look like an optical illusion to other Asians. They think they're looking at a funhouse mirror. But when I wear heels, I'm like 6'2", equally terrifying. So I was at this wedding in heels, 6'2", just stomping around like Godzilla. And but the DJ said, "Whoever catches the bouquet gets $100 in cash." And I was like, "Oh my God, there could be only one Highlander." So I like stood in the shadows amongst all the single girls, you know, like a ninja. And the minute the bride threw the bouquet, before it even like reached its like peak trajectory, it just stepped out. I was like, "Pah!" And I thought I was a pretty graceful winner until I saw all the pictures I was tagged in where I was like waving my $100 bill like I'm Kanye. All right. So before I go, I'm gonna leave you with this. My cousin just had a baby, and the baby's half white and half Asian. It's probably the cutest baby in the world, but that's just science because the baby's half Asian and half white. You guys know. Because I feel like with Asians, if you add it to, like, we're the bacon of genetics. Like, if we add to any other race, it's gonna be delicious. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Like, my cousin was having this discussion. She's like, "You know, if my kid goes out of line, I'm gonna spank her." Which, you know, that's how good grades are made when you're Asian. You get spanked. You don't get good grades from a stern talking to. You're grounded. No, that's not how good grades are made. And then she made this argument where she was like, "You know, look at our cousin Trudy. She used to always get spanked. She went to Dartmouth, she went to UPenn, now she makes 6 figures a year. She's a lawyer. Sarah rarely got spanked. And she's a stand-up comedian." And I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Excuse me, I was on a TV show." She's like, "Wow, you've changed." That's like how I think about it.
Give it up for Sarah.